Let's start with the Finance Committee recommends that the minutes of the April 8th, 2019 committee be approved as presented. Are there any questions?
Second.
Any questions about the minutes? No? All right. Yes.
Yes.
Technology expenditures.
Okay.
Do we have a discussion about it?
And if I can remind people to please use microphones for our visitors in the room and our visitors on cable.
There is a 5-page memo that is in the board packet that we all had a chance to read.
Yes, I will.
You're going to add on to that?
No, I was going to just quickly frame. If you're ready to go ahead and take questions, I am fine. You tell me how you want to do it.
You can frame it a little bit if you want.
Sure. I just, so essentially, we brought forward the memo tonight to request our technology purchases for the upcoming school year. Within this memo, we have maintained essentially the same expenditure on technology going forward. We are working on executing a series of replacements in order to keep the district sound in regards to some of the instructional technology that we need, some of the Wi-Fi infrastructure, and then specifically we did have one shift in this plan. Initially, when we moved to the one-to-one iPads for the Access to Innovate program, we were going to go just to 6th and 7th grade the upcoming year. Based on feedback from our principals, our instructional coaches, our educators, and our parents, there is interest to move that program 6th to 8th grade next year, and we see some opportunities there in regards to accelerating some of the design for curriculum and opening up some pathways and opportunities for professional learning that we think that this is a preferred pathway, and we were able to do that within the ceiling of our technology expenditure. So we brought that forward as a proposal tonight within this memo.
So the inference there is that teachers feel pretty good about the tools and want more of it.
The inference is that there is positive momentum around the use of technology for learning. I think all stakeholders say that we are not there yet, and we wouldn't expect to be there yet at year one, but we see positive indications of use. We hear voice for the fact that the coaches and some of the professional learning has been supportive of that work. We need to go deeper on the curriculum design work that will elevate those tools for greater learning influence around standards-based learning. But this pathway allows us to get there, we think, in a stronger way based on feedback from school leaders, teachers, and the community. It supports that move as well based on the survey results we've received.
Questions?
If I can just add a small bit of information, is that we were able to leverage some of the relationship we have with our leasing company, and we were able to reduce very slightly the lease payment, which will allow us to be able to save money in the long term.
Yep.
I guess that was my question. We came in at the 1.9 million, which was our projection, but you're accelerating additional leases. So how will you make that magic happen of meeting the same budget but be able to get there a year faster?
Twice as much.
It's great. I'm just curious as to.
Because some of the leases drop off after this year, the prior leases, so we can stay within that 1.9. So we will never go over that 1.9 because there's a lease that drops off from 3 years ago. It's dropping off this last payment this year.
Thanks.
What happens after the third year with a device for 8th graders?
So the devices, in the pattern that we've established currently, looking at Chute and King Arts, is after the third year of the device, we bring those devices in, we re-image them, and if they are in condition where we can continue using them within the district, we rotate them down into the lower grades and use them within the building. And we've been getting about 5 years of use off of them. There are some devices that come in that are ready to be retired, but the majority of them we're able to sustain use for another couple of years within our elementaries, where the use, kind of the physical use, is lighter and some of the demands are less.
Great. Any other questions? All right, so the Finance Committee recommends that the FY20 technology expenditures be presented to the full board for approval.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Item 3, the fiscal year 20 food service satellite meals program contract. So an annual conversation on food, partnership with ETHS.
Thank you. This is recommendation that we continue our contract with ETHS, District 202, to provide meals to our elementary schools. I did not plan a framing of this contract, but I'm open to questions if anybody has them. There aren't much changes, or aren't many changes from year to year, so.
With the slight increase in cost.
Slight price increase, yeah.
But that cost is still rather low compared to the broader marketplace.
This upcoming year, it will be $1.84,
Which is a 4-cent increase.
a 4-cent increase, 2%, yeah.
Any other questions? All right, so the Finance Committee recommends that the fiscal year 20 food service satellite meals program contract be presented to the full board for approval.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And last, the fiscal year 20 treasurer's bond renewal.
The district is required to bond the treasurer, to purchase a bond for the treasurer of the district. And in the case of issue, the bond company will make the district whole. And we do this every year around the same time.
Any questions? All right, so the Finance Committee recommends that the fiscal year 20 treasurer's bond renewal be presented to the full board for approval.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The Finance Committee will meet next on June 3rd, 2019, and at 7:15 to recommend adjournment.
All right. Thank you.